right, let's get into it. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a cryptocurrency that has kind of quietly become an absolute titan in the industry. We're talking about BNB.
I mean, you've heard of Bitcoin, right? Of course you have. It's the original, the one that basically kicked this whole crypto thing off. It's digital gold. And yeah, you've almost certainly heard of Ethereum, the game-changing blockchain that brought us smart contracts and dApps, completely rewriting what crypto could even do. But there's another name in that top tier, a player that has been building this massive, sprawling ecosystem. So who is this third giant?
Well, that would be BNB. And with a total valuation that has soared past $112 billion, it's way more than just a contender. It's a force of nature. So today, we're going to break down what it is, how it got so big, and what might be next.
Okay, so here's the game plan. First, we're going to properly meet this giant and see where it fits in the market. Then, we'll track its journey from just a simple token to a seriously powerful blockchain. After that, we'll look at the tech that fuels its entire universe, tackle the billion-dollar question of its value, and finally, peek into its decentralized future.
So let's kick things off. While Bitcoin and Ethereum seem to soak up all the oxygen in the room, BNB has been busy carving out its own massive territory, cementing itself as one of the biggest and most important cryptos on the entire planet. So how did BNB become this behemoth? The story is all about nonstop evolution. The name itself, BNB, actually stands for build and build, and honestly, that pretty much says it all.
And the speed of this development is just wild. It all started back in 2017 as a basic token that just got you a discount on trading fees. But by 2019, bam, it had its own super fast blockchain. Then, just 1 year later, they dropped the Binance Smart Chain, adding all that powerful smart contract capability. And today, those two have merged into the BNB chain, giving you the best of both worlds, pure speed and total flexibility. This two-pronged attack was kind of genius. The first chain was all about one thing: speed, just making transfers happen in a flash. The smart chain, though, that was built for power. It could handle complex apps and, crucially, it was compatible with Ethereum. That made it super easy for developers to just bring their projects right over. Okay, so what's the secret sauce here? What's the tech actually running this massive universe of decentralized apps, games, and exchanges? Well, it really all starts with something called gas. Think of it this way. A car needs gas to run, right? Same idea. Nothing happens on the BNB chain without a tiny payment in BNB. Doesn't matter if you're trading or gaming or using a DeFi app. A little bit of BNB is the gas that makes it go. Now, unlike Bitcoin's whole energy guzzling mining setup, the BNB network is secured by something called proof of stake authority. It's a system where you can lock up or stake your own BNB to help confirm transactions and keep the whole network safe. And for doing that, you earn rewards. So just by holding BNB, you can actually help secure the network and profit from it at the same time. And this part is absolutely key. BNB is designed to become more rare over time. It started with 200 million tokens, but that number is going down on purpose. There's an auto-burn system that literally destroys a chunk of BNB every single quarter. Less supply means the coins that are left become more scarce, which, in theory, could drive their value up. Okay, which brings us to the billion-dollar question, literally. What about the price? BNB's performance has been pretty mind-blowing, and some of the predictions for its future are, let's just say they're bold. To really get your head around the kind of growth we're talking about, check this out. One analysis found that if you would put just $200 into BNB back in August 2017, at its peak, that little investment would have been worth over $134,000. I mean, that's just an incredible explosive run. So where does it go from here? Well, some forecasts are wildly optimistic. Now, I have to be crystal clear, this is highly speculative stuff, okay? This is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. But one source projects an average price of around $1,600 by the end of 2024, and some models even suggest it could climb past $14,000 by 2030. But look, the BNB story isn't just about the numbers on a chart. To really understand where it's headed, you have to look at the bigger picture, the vision behind it, and the powerful network effect it's created. And this quote from Binance's founder, CZ, really sums up the whole philosophy. In the future, DEXs are going to be bigger than CX. In other words, decentralized exchanges will eventually overtake centralized ones.
That core belief is the engine driving the entire BNB ecosystem. And that belief creates something we can call the ecosystem effect. Basically, a rising tide lifts all boats. When the main chain, BNB, does well and hits a new high, the projects built on it tend to explode too. A perfect example is Aster, a DEX on the BNB chain. When BNB went on its run, Aster's trading volume just went through the roof. And this whole dynamic is amplified by CZ, who, even though he's not the CEO anymore, still reportedly holds a ton of BNB and is out there acting like a free agent, hyping up the ecosystem.
Okay, but we have to talk about the flip side. It is so important to be cautious. Because it's so cheap and easy to launch a project on the BNB chain, it's also become a playground for scammers. We're talking about rug pulls, where devs just vanish with everyone's money, and honeypots, where you can put money in but can never get it out. It's a huge reminder, always, always do your own research.
And that all leads us to one big final question. The rise of BNB really hints at a massive shift in how crypto works. As these foundational blockchains get bigger and more powerful, is it possible the future won't be about individual coins anymore, but about which ecosystem wins? That's the real billion-dollar question BNB is forcing all of us to ask. Thanks for tuning in.